egg.
Hi. We're here.
We made it.
I thought
finally.
You said bye. I was like, wait,
Peace. Great stream, everybody. Let's go home.
Deuces. We won. We have solved your D&D puzzle.
Everybody level up.
Everybody level up.
Yeah. You guys.
So I can actually get more spell slots.
I will tell you, at the end of this session, you will level up because you technically leveled up last time. I just forgot to tell you.
Are you?
See, I'm not the only one that does it.
We were busy.
So don't.
So end of the session, you will level up regardless of where you stand, unless you're in the middle of combat, and then it'll be after combat.
Nobody start a fight. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Why am I
through wilderness?
Or if
why am I
you
saying
started
that
at the beginning?
Why am I saying that to everybody else?
So hello, we're here. Hello. Why isn't? Oh, there it is. It's there. Never mind. Hello. I'm Diamafi. Welcome to the Vact here. This is the Mistwalkers. We're getting to play. Apologies for anybody who was trying to tune in on Friday. My internet provider fucked the dog and was down for 16 plus hours.
Canada was broken.
Canada was pretty much broken.
It was very broken.
And it was, yeah.
It was broken and stressful.
Very stressful. No wireless, no wired, no internet, nothing. So,
no phones.
If you haven't looked it up, check out Roger's outage on Friday and have fun reading that shit show. Yeah, we can blame Canada for that one for sure.
Maybe Russia.
Maybe Russia.
Or what if it was Gen Z and Generation Alpha? Because they've been doing some like crazy ass shit lately. Like, don't get me wrong, like
oh yeah, down here they have been.
The Supreme Court.
That
like
was great.
I
was so proud of them.
I was like sitting here, I'm just like, they're terrifying. I love them, but I'm fucking so scared.
It's like that TikTok where like teenagers fucking scare the shit out of me or whatever.
Teenagers scare the living shit out of me.
All right.
Thanks for watching. I'm so proud of you, sweetie.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
Here's a Snickers bar.
Please don't take it out on us.
My niece just turned 18 this year, so she's been out there fighting the good fight. She's real smart, so I'm super proud of her.
Good. As you can see, we have a Rob tonight. Rob will be playing Valish, who's one of the NPCs following along with the party. Breeze is still somewhere. Reason Rob is here is because he had the night off from his blood oath, and he's able to play tonight. So Breeze will be returning probably, maybe September.
Yep.
Ish. It's so long.
Yeah.
I love that you're playing Valish though. Fuck yeah, Valish is an icon.
Valish,
that bitch.
Yeah, just remember he's a kinky boy.
That bitch. Valish is that bitch, and I'm here for it.
He is that bitch.
I've basically spent the day trying to get into his headspace.
Well, you have a little bit more info there with the NPC character sheet, but I added some other shit just because it's fun to make weird guys.
Yep.
Okay, so where we left off, the party had finally escaped the house. And it was after you had found the resident in the room that you couldn't access. The resident, which you found to be Lord Hill, was an elderly man, but then not quite elderly. There was some weird Dunamancy shit going on. And he was like aging and then regressing and then aging and regressing. It was weird. And somehow, with him at hand, you were able to leave the house. He left with you. He didn't survive leaving the house. Before you even crossed the courtyard to where Gibby and Bibby were waiting for you, he collapsed with a large hole in his chest that began to gush blood. He warned you to be careful, and then he died. You woke up in the morning after sleeping-ish. Alaric wasn't feeling too hot, but he didn't let anybody really know. He was just his grumpy old cowboy self. Kiwi, sorry, you failed your lurk check. You have to stay. Natural one. What a shame. And, Athelstan, you had slept on the boat, the succubus, with Calypso. Not with Calypso in the same bed, but you were there on the boat. Calypso was also there.
Got that I had a glorious meal.
You had a glorious meal.
And drinks.
And
with
drinks,
Calypso
lots of
and
rum.
my love. Mm-hmm.
And you got to sleep in a bed with nobody else around. So presumably
my
you did not
feet
sleep.
still hung over it.
Yeah. Presumably there was no sleep actually had.
I mean, I don't play the other person.
Sleep was not had.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So in the morning,
You are welcome.
you're welcome. Gibby and Bibby have again prepared breakfast for you. The granny elf granny gnome that was in the house is having tea. Athelstan returned to the house with a new map provided by I won't abuse Calypso, she's lovely. She's also stolen from another campaign. So, pardon me, the granny gnome was sipping tea in the kitchen. Athelstan comes in with a new map and like spreads it out and then spreads other maps around it, and the granny's just kind of like helping you kind of pin things down as the rest of you come into the kitchen for breakfast.
Is there even any room in there for all of us?
It's a little tight. It's a tight squeeze.
Atlas, please, no, Atlas, no! But I want to come in too. We'll come out there.
Can I at least have some water for my plants? Please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that in the 2 days that Atlas has known the two Aasimar, that their plants have somehow got, even though they were already very wonderful and in great condition, they have somehow gotten even more beautiful and
Yes.
green and lovely.
They are very luscious plants.
Uh-huh.
And they've grown faster than some would
Did you say it's
think.
been 2 days?
Yeah, it's literally been like, well, this is day 3 now that we've known you.
Oh, that reminds me. So Granny had also indicated because you were going to New Tempest, they can't hear, and they have hand speak. So she agreed to show you just a couple very simple signs, like where's the bathroom, where can I sleep, where can I eat, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So Sly, if you wanted to partake in that and learn hand signs from New Tempest, you can just roll an intelligence check, and it'll determine how well you kind of figured it out. Do you know where you're looking
Yep.
on your character sheet?
Do you even have fantasy
Trying to
grounds
find
open?
it. No, I do. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Uh,
would have died.
Main page of your character sheet on the
Is it the
left-hand
one that
side.
says INT?
No, that's initiative. It's the left-hand side in that column with all of your main stats.
No,
Abilities.
INT, not INIT.
Oh, my
Int.
apologies. Yes. That is the one. Okay.
Oh, it was a secret.
So you get a pretty good handle on just like the very, very basic, where's the bathroom, where can I eat, where can I sleep, that sort of thing. You're a little rusty, and at one point she actually like helps you with your hand movement to make sure that it is correct and not something obscene. But otherwise you get it okay. We went over popcorn and not popcorn.
Yep.
Not sure how they do it in Canada, but ASL.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either, but yeah. Don't do it this way. I just said something dirty.
Does it on the internet, even though, like, what about our deaf audience? Damn.
I'm sorry. I haven't figured out how to work the text-to-speech thing yet to get it integrated for more than one person.
YouTube does it. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, you
for-
don't get. Well, maybe one day.
There is a way to do it. I just haven't figured out how to make it work.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to make it work on mine either.
I can do like for one person, but for everybody using it, I don't know. I don't know how it does it.
Since I am the funniest, it should be me.
What are you doing?
I throw a shoe at it.
Okay.
I throw a shoe.
Yes, that is one of the signs that you figure, like you learn. How do I
What?
sign? How do I throw a shoe? Or do I throw a shoe at it?
Yeah.
Just take it off, like throw it. Yeah. So you're
Take
pretty
it off.
much
Why not?
yeah.
Or you just,
What's that? Okay. Just yeah, so first thing in the morning, Athelstan, you and the rest of the party have sort of had a lesson on hand speech. And what are you doing?
I think aside from learning hand speech, once we did all that over breakfast, I think Athelstan would have gone over the a little more in detail the route that the party would be taking on foot towards New Tepes if they agreed to go on foot, and then also presenting the alternatives and how some of that is going to be an inconvenience to Calypso and a danger to the boat, and also, like, you know, in general, dangerous and a pain in the ass. Not necessarily shorter trip, but like
It might be faster, but the risks to the ship are higher. If you were to
backing up a
take it-
ship is hard.
Yeah.
And Calypso got her CDL, but like, damn.
You haven't seen anybody else on Calypso's ship. It's just one person, as far as you know. So, having her back up the ship by herself, probably not an easy task. And there's not really a whole lot of space in the channel for a 3-point turn.
it's more like a 60-point turn.
It would have been a 32-point turn.
Listen, if it gets you turned around, it's fine.
She'll
My
end up
mom
like
always
that
said-
scene in Austin Powers, just stuck between the two, going
Yep.
back and forth.
I've been there too.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
my god. Why you pull up
Mhm.
so fucking close to my bumper?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, with that out there, you guys can decide to make Calypso float there, or you can walk. It's up to you.
Oh my gods, can we cast fly on the ship? Yeah.
No.
That'd be cool.
Half
though.
that spell.
Yeah. Can you, Tinkerbell, can you make a whole fucking ship fly?
I mean,
Tinkerbell
wait, run
can.
over to my campaign real quick and grab some from Ram. Ram's got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Did I see that ever see when I see Calypso fly? Oh, depressing.
Noted, Jeremy. The air is enraged.
If
little-
that ship flies,
Feeling a little thin
remember,
today, guys. Feeling a little
I
thin.
enrage the air.
It is so
Canadian
cold
winters.
outside that when you breathe in, for anybody who's ever lived in the north, when you breathe in, your nostrils freeze and then stab you.
Mhm.
That's how
Mhm.
cold it is outside.
Your eyebrows aren't even wet, but like the mere heat
Right,
coming up
it's
from
just
your
like-
breath
Yeah.
and like up towards your eyebrows freezes your eyebrows.
And like any bang fringe, frozen.
Yep.
Your lips are like immediately dry
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
blue.
Boogers are frozen.
Yep.
Your swamp ass is frozen.
Just everything.
Yep.
Anything mildly damp is frozen.
Like- It's like that meme with Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's how cold it is outside.
Right.
We're prepared.
Are you?
I'm pretty sure Athelstan would leave home prepared.
Yes, there is cold weather gear. Everybody should have a set of it. I'm pretty sure everybody took it out of the bag of holding. So we're just gonna say you have it because you had to been wearing it.
We were wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with all that information, remembering that it is bitterly cold outside, the channel is very narrow. You can probably walk. Also, George is not on land currently, as far as you know.
Did we come to the conclusion of how long it would take to get there on foot?
About 2 days.
Oh, I could just fly there and leave all your asses. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so he goes over there, he's like, he's just like... Well?
I vote land because it'll be easier rather than having to deal with the boat. But whatever the group wants to do.
I think land makes the most sense.
Valish
Yeah.
offers an opinion.
You've been so quiet, Valish. What the hell?
He hasn't been quiet. You all have just mostly been ignoring him. And like we all flash back to that.
Ignoring him.
We all flash back to that scene where he's like, "Hey, I'm here to." Okay.
Yeah.
I've got an idea. I'm super smart.
No, okay. I'll just be over here in the doorway.
I'll just go fuck myself then. Like,
I was hoping you'd say that. Ah. Oh, okay. All right. Fly.
That wasn't a yes or no question. Land or sea?
Land? I was agreeing.
Okay.
Atlas.
I get seasick.
Atlas doesn't care. Atlas can just hover. It could be the same thing as if Atlas is riding a boat.
Oh, right, I hover. Oh, whatever.
Hey, Atlas, can I ride on your back?
Yeah.
Woo! They don't have to have the difficulty
I'll
of
just
difficult
hop.
terrain.
I'll just hop back up to my usual spot and start braiding Atlas's tail.
You're facing backwards on
Riding
on
backwards.
the horse part.
Yep.
I love that. Oh man.
I
Who else is in our
Atlas a
party?
tailed
Who else
braid.
are we missing? Is that everybody?
Gabriella's just like,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. He totally wouldn't forget Gabriella. He's like, Gabriella. Okay. A question? Did she pay attention to the hand speak?
yes.
Hmm. This would be quite useful.
I'm not high enough level to fix her completely yet.
No.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with her.
No, there's not. If that's what she wants, but
If it's what she wants,
later
but if
on.
it's not what she wants. Absolutely. She talks for the
Consent is
first time.
important.
She's like, "Oh, thank God, it's been fixed."
Oh man, I don't know how I had to deal with that for so long.
I would love her. I would love her unto unaliving. Oh my fucking gods. The bar
No,
didn't
Jeremy,
die.
don't even put that out.
The bar
don't even
didn't
put that out
die,
there.
They just goofed.
So, just as a reminder, Breeze is still alive just somewhere else because of Rob's schedule. He's just playing an NPC for now while Breeze is elsewhere.
I mean, you
Fucking-
think they're still
fucking-
alive?
Blood oath.
I don't know. They're
Causing-
somewhere, and
causing
they have
Ki'Lai
your
a
bag
lot
of
of
holding
stress.
with all
You
your shit
can't.
in
You
it, so-
cannot kill off a character like that just so you can play fucking Valish.
I mean, maybe Rob ends up vibing with Valish. You don't know.
I mean, sure, but you cannot just kill Breeze like that. For one
No.
thing, she's got all y'all fucking stuff.
They do.
They've all got all your fucking stuff. Yes. Oy.
Sorry, Jeremy. I don't see you playing right now, so.
I'm the wizard in this party. God damn it, you can't play the
I mean,
wizard. I don't
you know,
see you
Jer-
on screen.
Yeah, Jared, the door is open, man.
Not right now, because then I'll have to fuck with cams again, and I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so you guys are going by land towards New Tempest.
Uh-huh.
Alright, excellent.
We will, Athelstan will, of course, ask for any advice about the area from the locals and whatnot.
Gibby and Bibby
Being
don't have
Gibby
a
and
whole
Bibby.
lot to offer. From what you've gathered since you've been here, like the whole day you were here, most of their travel outside of this little settlement, which you now know as the Ladies' Tier, it was done by the dwarf that was with them. The dwarf that has been missing for about a 10-day now.
You're cutting in
He
and
did.
out a little
He
bit.
did all the snack runs.
He did the snack runs. He did all the supply runs. He made sure that...
He's the weed man.
Yeah. He's the weed man.
Well, has he ever told them of like predators that he's encountered on the trail?
Posing that question, Gibby and Bibby kind of glance at each other like they're not mentally communicating, but just like seeing if it prompts a memory. No?
These fucking eyebrow conversations. No?
No. There's the witch's hut, but that's about it. But
The first night we made port here, we were all attacked by snow raids.
yes.
Snow maidens? Fucking what the hell are their names again?
Uh,
Snow maidens? Ice maidens?
Ice
The
maidens.
chokey?
Yeah. The maidens aren't really out in the forest much. They tend to stay in the water area.
Okay.
So
Would you say that in Athelstan's background in overly extensive research, would you say that he is familiar of predators that would frequent frozen terrains? Even if just for flavor at this point, because I know we're gonna get attacked. It's the plot.
I would say that you're
Just need to know if I'm gonna get an ass full of teeth or an ass full of arrows.
I would say you're more familiar with more temperate zones and more jungle-like zones than snow. Your patron definitely does not thrive in the cold. She
He's
could
like
do
encouraged.
shit.
He's like encouraged her to like as they're walking in this when they're gonna be walking in the snow, just like little crocuses are like popping up when we're walking around. Little snowdrops.
Yeah.
Oh, I love snowdrops.
Little purple
Aw.
flowers. And everyone's just like anyone who's walking behind him is like,
Why did you have to go so hard, Vexel Dad? Why?
I know.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, hurry the fuck up.
Well,
Yeah.
It's been like 5
And bring
years.
tissues.
it's
bring
later, right?
tissues.
Because I'm like they just
It's the
the
very
last
end.
episode.
It's literally
I'm
the very end.
I'm like episode 102 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got like 12 episodes ago.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm
Also
sorry I
something
made
like
an
that.
emotionally damaging reference that I didn't get, but I know that soon I will get it and I'm going to be very upsetty. And then, of course,
Mhm.
everyone here will receive a message via Discord being like, oh,
In all caps.
Yeah.
the crocuses!
That was me watching the Calamity thing. I was messaging Emily the whole time in all caps.
Mhm.
Emotional damage!
It
Yep.
is. It is emotional
Mhm.
damage. So, yeah, they don't really have any information about anything that, they may run into. Guthrie was a bit of a stealthier ranger type. So he was kind of able to follow the land and avoid anything that may cause complication.
Leaves no tracks.
No tracks. And with all the
What?
snow,
So you're like Legolas in this shit. But quick question. What if now hear me out. This is just Cedar talk. It's just Cedar
It's
bullshit.
never good
Hear
when
me
that
out.
sentence
Always
starts
good.
with that.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
okay.
We repair one of the wagons / carts in the marketplace, and we hook Atlas up to it.
I feel like Atlas would do it because part of his backstory is like that.
He was a teamster and he rode,
Yeah.
he drove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would feel so bad asking that of him, though.
He was the teamster and the horse. Oh, come on. If Atlas saw a cart out there, what if I just, like, hovered?
I would still feel really bad.
Running through the air, trying to go
I was
fast.
gonna say all Atlas has to do is hover, and it's fine.
Yeah.
and
Literally,
like,
no.
and that hovering will, like, just pull the wagon across the terrain, and it'll be fine. We can put sleds, we can put skis on them. It's a cold environment. They had to have had, like, sleighs and shit around here. Come on.
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
Oh, that would be so funny, but I don't want to do it without Maggie here.
Yeah. I would feel bad without Maggie here.
Just
To
like
agree or disagree.
We can just retcon it when they get here. If they're into it, then otherwise
All
they're
right.
just like, fine.
Okay. I'm fine with that. If Maggie is okay with it when they get here, then you've fuck. I'm gonna roll for Alaric to fix a wagon and put
Okay.
sleds on it.
English will assist.
Yeah, Athelstan would like to assist because I'm sure Tommen has pulled him into an experiment or two to hold the flashlight at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
honestly, it's amazing that Athelstan still has all his fingers.
Okay. So Alaric is able to
Lost
MacGyver
one.
a sleigh that we can say is hooked up to Atlas when Maggie is here and consents to that, if they consent to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best things happen to your character when you're not around.
Right. So I hate this.
It's the best. It's so D&D.
It is. Okay, I don't hate it that much.
Hook it up to Baelish. You would love that, wouldn't it?
Especially if there's like a harness and like a ponytail.
Right, yeah.
And, like...
Baelish is just like twirling his hair as we're like hooking Atlas up and everything.
That could have been me.
Just not strong enough.
Mm.
Only I'd been born half horse. So
Ooh.
much pony play.
Almost is a bit thick.
He goes off into a daydream.
Pretty much.
It's like
Aw. Write it down for later.
Athelstan's like trying to get him to move because he's in the way. Just like, move.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And he's just
Take-
like, yes, daddy.
Village takes out a book. Polymorph Centaur.
True polymorph centaur.
Mm.
There you go. Because if you
Atlas
stay
is
in
like,
it
then
long
we
enough, you
like,
become
oh,
it.
then we could do centaur things. And like grow
Yes.
plants.
Yes, we could do centaur things.
And grow plants.
I'm
It got
so
weird, you
upset.
guys.
Yeah, it wasn't weird. It was just funny, but now it's weird.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
doesn't mean I'm not gonna still do it.
Welcome to D&D, everybody.
Cool. Athelstan will let Calypso know of the plans while Alaric is cursing over his invention over there.
Okay.
How does Alaric curse? Does it like dadgummit like Cletus?
Less Cletus, a little bit more
Cowboys.
clear, but still very much like Yosemite Sam.
Little Yosemite Sam, little bit of Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, definitely Arthur Morgan. Drink.
Shit.
Shit.
You're
God damn it.
You're okay, girl.
Yes,
Aw.
I am, Arthur. Yes, I am.
He's about the same way with the boy horses too.
Yeah, I know.
You're okay, boy.
Yeah.
Come on, bud. Relax.
That's like Joel from Last of Us. I could listen to him read the phone book.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gay as hell, so
Valish, that is not water.
It's sugar water.
Ugh.
Rob is a hummingbird.
Oh.
Oh
Now I
no,
want
I've done
to-
something.
Like syrup. We pour the syrup all up.
Oh my. I definitely did something
Anyways.
there.
It's like,
on that
no,
note-
no, no. We're taking the syrup and we're pouring it in lines and taking a popsicle stick and rolling it up in the
Like
snow.
in the snow. In the snow.
Yeah.
I've done that
Fucking
here.
Canadian maple candy right there.
Sorry,
A little
we were
we
talking
Canadian
about like
Canadian
pony
too.
play and then we were on maple, My mind is still in
Yep.
the gutter.
You know, I'm just saying, I may not be the only one whose Adderall has worn off.
Does your
I
mind
don't
ever get out of the
have
gutter though?
Adderall, so
I thought
there's
you
my
owned the
problem.
gutter. I thought the.
Yeah. I
Okay,
live there.
I have this. Nah, hang on. I have the swamp. Affy has the gutter.
True.
The gutter
No
pours
denying.
into the
Confirm.
swamp.
Hi Ben.
Conversely, the swamp also drains into
Speaking
the
of gutters.
gutter.
It's all
Um,
bunked up and everything.
Anyway, so
Has no berry bushes either.
no. No. Anyway, so
Hey, look who it is in chat.
the sled possibly maybe there, otherwise y'all are
Only with
welcome.
love, Ben.
Ben. I call the treetops. Yes, I mean that. Identify as a hummingbird, Sarah.
Oh, God. Chat's
Sorry.
fucking killing me tonight. Okay.
But yeah, anyway, Athelstan will let Calypso know of the plan
Okay.
and whatnot. And
Uh,
I am assuming that we're gonna just come back somehow after that to get in the boat and go off to another domain, right? Is that where the plot is taking us, Affy? I'm not 100% sure.
We're
You
going
guys
to find
can
my
do-
Minotaur.
You guys can do whatever you want.
There's a whole bunch of more islands on this.
Calypso
on that
Yeah.
map.
can loop around the outside of the island and come in through the north.
But I have notes. There are places that
Nope.
we're specifically not supposed to go.
Which means you're probably gonna go there, right?
We're gonna go there.
Oh,
Nuts.
we've already done. I did that once. Athelstan didn't want to go, but then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a plot hook. So, like, yeah,
Yeah, and then we lost Breeze. So let's not.
he willingly got himself pussy whipped into it, so it's fine.
Well, there are places you can go that Calypso is like, yeah, we can go there. That's no problem. And then there were things that like probably shouldn't go there. But Calypso is hired and paid, so
He
you
just
can
wants
tell
to
her
go where
wherever.
he just wants to go where the powerful people are.
So
Where the
Spies just like
Yeah, are we
braiding
even in the right
Atlas's tail,
spot
and all
at
you
this
hear is
point?
like, Gordon, pockets. Gordon.
where the
every once in a
power
while,
people-
Athelstan's just like,
bad.
and Sly's like,
And I'm like, your pockets. What's in your pockets? I will climb you
Pocket check.
again.
oh yeah, I forgot that you did that. What was it like being 6.5 feet tall?
Impressive. Kind of, I guess. Not as impressive as my 9-foot something Minotaur, though.
I think this is the first time-
Athelstan's just like, you know what? I have no room to judge.
No, you don't. So Athelstan, your mission here in the Sea of Sorrows, you're sure there are powerful people here. Given from what Calypso said, you can judge that there probably is somebody in Blaustein.
Is that where the
Probably
brides
somebody in
are?
Yep. Probably somebody in Dominia. Probably somebody at the Vigilance Bluff. Maybe somebody at the Isle of Ravens. And 100% there is somebody powerful at the Relentless's Rest.
Can you send me that map again?
Yeah.
In FG, please. Relentless. Oh god, so what was it called again?
The Relentless's Rest.
It's a lot of S's.
I know.
It's where I'm assuming a ship ran aground.
Or something.
Well, didn't they say that the waters around that area was really dangerous? I'm trying to remember.
For some reason, I made this freaking decision to write all my notes on a series of sticky notes last time. I don't know what the sky koala.
Kai koala?
Sly koala.
Oh, that's your
human
note to
half of
draw.
Atlas.
Koala. Yeah.
Yeah, when they were like, yeah.
Yep.
Cannon shaking snow off self. Animation.
Animate.
Yep.
Anima? What?
Yeah, that you should imagine my.
Wait, did you say you're gonna draw
So
koala Sly, not Soala Cly?
No,
well, I got
Sly
really
koala'd
scared
on.
and koala'd onto Atlas. Like
Like a
I
little-
know, I
like
was
a little
there.
scooter
Yeah.
monkey.
I was there.
yeah,
That was
okay.
an active choice. Also, I. That's why I was so like weird. I was like, what?
That's why I was. But did you say you were gonna draw it?
Lord Hank Fart Roberto Hill. That's what I.
Hank
That's,
Furd, but okay. Close enough.
Oh, it's a D. Hank Furd. It was only tonight. I'm sorry, y'all in the chat if you got the joke, but I didn't get the joke until right before stream. I didn't get it, and now I get it.
I didn't get it the first time around either. I had to rewatch it, and
Fucking Hank Hill references surround my life. Dang. If I hear one more random dude wearing cargo shorts and a polo say, "Dang it, Bobby." Oh, I did that too good.
You did that too good. All right, so heading possibly with or without a sled. You're heading north.
Whee!
There's no discernible path to follow because of the snow. Yes, Peter.
Sorry, I also want to make sure that we have the ability. Somebody's got we've got tent, right? For shelter, right?
I have one for sure.
All of your other tents were in the bag of
We're in the bag of holding.
Elsan's like, dibs.
It's my tent.
We've spooned in it like every night since.
Sure.
Not spooned. But it is not. But
It was
know, you
cold
don't-
and
you
there was
don't-
only one bed.
you don't hear me complaining when your ass bumps up against my ass. Don't get shy now.
Ki'Lai just starts walking.
You don't sleep head to toe? The
Yeah, but the
genitals.
naughty bits are still in the middle. Yeah, but it's impossible for like lock. I pick it up what you're putting down. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Turk.
you. Thank you for
Fuck.
picking the Seinfeld reference up.
Oh no, I was making. Oh no.
Oh, it
no,
is.
No, never mind. It was a Scrubs reference for me. So
Seinfeld
that was
did
weird.
it first.
Seinfeld is a show about nothing, and it's awful.
I agree, but my husband loves it.
At me. Go ahead, at me on Twitter. I hated watching Seinfeld whenever they put it on the television when I was growing up. I hated it. It was so boring. And everybody was a really bad person
Yeah. That's why they all got arrested and thrown in jail at the last.
for not helping somebody,
Yeah.
which was great. I was
It was great. That was the best part of the whole series. Anyway, heading north.
Yeah. Based off of like, I know that there's no discernible path, but we got maps and Athelstan has a sense of direction and whatnot
Yeah.
because, Aasimar naturally have a sense of direction because, they were born with wings and shit and they're like kind of like
Considering that Ki'Lai is here because she got lost, I don't think so.
kind of like birds, Listen.
Listen, Linda.
Somebody threw you out of the heavens into a pool of boiling sulfur that is none of your business. What the back of your head looks like is none of your business. We keep going.
Not
Mush.
what happened, but okay.
I'm pretty sure you never. I know it's not what happened.
No,
but
I never.
This is
I never
Peter's
told
thing
you
now.
what happened.
No, yeah. Even though we've known each other for most of Athelstan's adult life, but you only knew him like every 3 months.
You also never saw that I had wings until just yesterday.
He's read the tales.
You
got
would know
creepy
that
then.
Aasimar present in different ways. So
Yeah.
Ki'Lai's
There's
halo.
nothing in the books about
Yeah.
Athelstan.
No.
Fucking Halo.
Ki'Lai's got a halo, so you kind of figured up until yesterday that was the extent of their thing.
1000%. 16-year-old Athelstan was like,
Kilo
I-
just smack.
can I, what if I, can I just,
She would just be like,
I just,
smack.
I need,
Just every time.
I-
Smack.
Yep.
may I please, just once.
Smack.
One time on his birthday when he turned. One time on his birthday when he turned like 16 or 17. That was the only time she let him.
You just like walked up to you just walked up to the breakfast table and you were like, you may touch it. And everyone was like, wait, what? And he was like, he just like grabbed it. Like, nah, it was,
It's attached, dude.
nah, it's like
It's
pulling
not
her.
attached though. It just looks like that because of the way I drew it.
Oh, dink.
It's attached. It's metaphysically attached. You can't take it off and
True.
spin it like Xena's weapon.
No, like you let go of it and it goes right back.
It's like, whoom.
So there is no discernible
Thank you,
path
Ham
north.
Pod.
However,
Oh no.
there is a clear gap in the trees, and from your map, Athelstan, there's not really any paths to take. So long as you're still heading north, you're gonna run into the city.
I know that Guthrie is a ranger, but did he?
Yeah.
So he must have left like signs on trees, like flags. You know, when you're out in the woods and you got that like plastic, that plasticky tape stuff that you tie around a tree branch.
Yeah.
We're all from rural areas, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
ish.
Me and Cedar got this.
Canada is rural. It's fine. I know it's
Yeah.
not. I'm just making a generalizing statement because I'm American and it's funny.
Gotcha.
My ignorance is funny.
Somebody owns a
Effie.
moose up there.
I totally
Yeah.
own a moose. I keep it in my
How
backyard.
so? Like you
Yeah.
you walk your pet moose this morning, or was
Yeah.
it too hot?
Just
His
too
name is
high.
Carl.
Go ahead and roll a perception check to look for any sort of ranger markings.
Keep your
I
eyes
help
open
him?
for any signs.
So
Can I
Go
help
ahead.
him,
definitely-
Athelstan?
And sorry, we got on the ADHD train, but the gnome has come with you
Fuck yeah!
Oh. Okay.
because
Literally,
Well, that's
why are
not
we looking?
suspicious
Just
or
like,
anything?
she can
Like, here,
hand
you
speak
take the
and
reins.
knows the general way to go. But
I imagine that conversation, like she was convinced to go via Sly somehow.
she's this
or like
little
Atlas-
elderly gnome. Sly, you
Petition to
recognize
change her name
her.
to Nomeo.
Sorry?
Petition to change her name to Nomeo.
No. Denied.
Also a bad movie, but I still watched it.
Nomeo and Juliet.
So, Sly, when you were back in time, when George was attacking, you went into Gibby's and Bibby's house, and there was a gnome there with a bunch of cats.
Oh shit, did I bring that gnome back?
No, but this is the same gnome. And it's been about 50 years.
She's-
However,
she's
gnomes
just-
live for like fucking ever, so.
Do I know that that's the same person?
Yep.
Okay. Am I just adding this gnome to my collection along with Droop and whatever else I've collected?
Essentially.
While we're traveling, Athelstan literally will want to ask about how the rest of that day went when she walked into the square with a fucking sword. She's like,
Well,
"Ching!"
it was a long day. I didn't
I can
do
imagine.
much, but gave him a good wrapping.
What's my
Oh,
gnome friend's
Literally,
name?
hang on a second. Okay, I've been keeping notes on this.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of my first rolls of the night for the past few nights have
I
been
said I
a
was helping
3.
you with that.
I know, but like I'm complaining about my first roll of the nights because like every time I roll it for the first one of the night, it's like this is gonna set precedent for the rest of the evening. It's always been a 3. It's almost a 17, and then it turns out to be a 3, and I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
What's the
Anyway.
gnome's name again?
Oh, I've got it. Hang on. I
Jillian.
wrote notes. Jillian Bronze Sprocket.
Yep.
There you go.
Fuck yeah!
What,
I-
actually?
Yeah.
That's what she
Yeah.
introduced herself to us as. It's not what she introduced herself to you as.
I don't remember what she
It
introduced
started with
herself.
an M. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to go back and look.
Miriam? No, it wasn't
So, yeah,
Miriam.
something like that.
Muriel? Hi, I'm Muriel. I'm only 3.5 years old.
I hate
How big can you
macaroni.
please tell me?
I don't like macaroni. More macaroni.
Oh, the ADHD is bad tonight, you guys.
I can't help it.
It really
I'm trying.
is.
Well,
Was
got
this one of
so
the nights that I was streaming
That's
from the
so
couch? 'Cause I didn't have a notebook. Or so I didn't have a notebook.
Probably.
In the end, it doesn't even
Can I
matter.
please know the answer to the name?
Nope.
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah, pretty much. Make an intelligence check.
This is where they rolled a nat 20.
Who be Dez's love child, Jeremy?
Peter, do I have batteries?
Nope.
I found batteries in my house. I put them in a freaking little light that I put into a fucking plant terrarium that I was making. Why the fuck this little itty bitty
Can it be a
fucking
history
light
check?
need 3?
Nope.
Well, that's still intelligence modifier.
No, Jared, this gnome is older than you.
But like, what if Dez at some point went back in time? Because that shit is apparently a thing here.
Don't
The wibbly-
encourage him. Don't encourage him.
No, I want to follow this storyline. I'm down to see. Oh gosh, does that mean that like?
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Just leave it alone.
Didn't say nothing.
Anyways.
What'd you roll?
Not good enough.
Ooh, 13.
It was
Apparently
a very
it's not
stressful
good enough.
day.
It happened 30 minutes ago.
You briefly met them for like half a second, and then you were gone again. And George was in the middle of attacking.
But you probably did get the name of at least 4 of the cats.
Yeah.
That 13.
If
come
you
on.
didn't, Atlas sure did.
Atlas definitely did.
Jeremy could play the gnome. Please, Jer.
But did it start with an M?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. Why is he doing
She is old, but again, for a gnome, like they age well and they age long. So 50 years passing for a gnome is like a couple years for the average humanoid.
What year is it like for us? Like
Question mark, question mark, question mark,
I'm
question
genuinely
mark.
curious. Like what
Question mark.
time?
For you, when you got pulled through the bag, from the portable hole.
That was
it
a bag.
Was it a bag? I thought it was the
It
portable
was a bag
hole.
man. No, it was the
Yeah,
bag
yeah,
man.
but it was a portable
Yeah, but he
hole,
pulled you through a portable hole.
which is
Okay.
I know this because I just watched that episode yesterday.
yeah. So you got pulled through a portable hole. In your year, I would have to double check with Agni, but I'm pretty sure it was in the 700s.
You cut out.
You cut out.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was in the 700s. For you,
Okay.
I just have to double check with Agni, but I'm pretty sure that's about when it was.
What year did I arrive in when I met? Like, what year did I meet Gordon in this timeline?
From what your friends have said thus far, just sort of in passing or whatever, the domains don't follow the regular timeline. So it may be 700 or 735 in the material plane, but in Darkon, it's like 1350. In the Sea of Sorrows, it's like 890. Like, there's no consistency.
Yeah,
And
like
where I was from,
Athelstan
it's technically
aged,
negative.
like Athelstan is aged 10 years, but it's been like 4 days.
That's just the stress of dealing with me.
That's true. Can confirm.
I realized that like I never asked that
no.
question.
Just from what you picked up in passing from your friends, particularly Ki'Lai and Athelstan, there's no consistency of which domain you're in having the same time frame or timeline as
Yeah.
the one neighboring it. So
At one point, Athelstan just
So-
like, stop asking what time it is. There is no time.
Curious.
Are we there
Gordon-
yet?
Are Gordon and I on the same timeline still?
you think so?
Okay. Oh my god, what happens if... Oh my god, what happens if it's like 500 years later and then Gordon... Start hyperventilating.
I mean, technically you would have already too, but we're here temporarily. If
We're
you're,
all here temporarily.
I mean, that's just the way of life. Everything goes back to the green eventually, but still.
I just like
Just-
look up at Athelstan like...
Ki'Lai just like puts a hand on Sly's shoulder.
Don't worry.
okay,
If
just
it's
breathe.
500 years in the future that you're imagining, then you're dead already too, so it's fine. But you're alive.
Athelstan, you're not helping.
I'm
Does that
I'm
mean
just stating
Gordon's
facts.
alive too?
If you're alive, then probably. I don't know. I don't know who Gordon
Oh,
is.
Jeremy.
For me.
Gordon
God,
dead in the
Jared.
earth. Does that make him ground beef?
Maybe.
Oh.
I'm
Yes.
I'm
yes,
just
it
a-
does.
I'm just imagining. So like this is stuck very clearly in my memory. That scene in the Chronicles of Narnia, where the captain lets out like the cow guy, the Minotaur captain lets out that like that crazy mooing war cry at the
Mhm.
scene where they kill the lion. Where fuck is her name? I almost
The
called
lion?
her Alan. I almost called her Alan Tudyk. Yeah, Aslan. She killed Aslan.
Aslan, yeah.
That's
Ja-
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. Thank you. Why did I say?
Yes.
Why was Alan Tudyk coming out? Like, you know what? Alan Tudyk
They
would
have the
have
same
like
jawline.
would have like boss assed, and the names kind of like feel alliterationally
Is that the
similar
White
in my
Witch?
mouth. Yeah, the White
Mhm.
Witch. But like he would have played the fuck out of the White Witch anyway. I just think of
Yeah,
that
he would've.
that moo cry.
Yeah.
But he sent me a letter and I got it.
Yeah.
So he's okay.
So you think time probably passes at the same rate or close to the same rate between the domains, but they're existing at different times, different years.
Yeah, they're like in bubbles or something.
Yeah. So they were taken by the mists at different times. So they're not the same. They're not in the same year.
Jeremy.
As long as he's still alive,
You're good?
I'm fine.
Okay.
As long as we can find each other, that's all that matters.
Well, you also know from your meetup with Eliana at the Thieves Guild that even if you were to die in the domains, you do not leave the domains. Your soul is reincarnated in whatever domain you were in.
Does that mean I can go back? No, but so we did, yeah, I remember we talked about this, but then you have to like relive an entire lifetime. Like you don't just
Yeah,
respawn.
you're not respawning, no, but you're born again.
Yeah.
Do you
And-
remember anything from the past?
Some do. Not all of them. Some do.
You get to go back and live to death.
Gordon and I are eternal.
Okay, Bella, moving on. Drink up.
Oh. Don't like that reference.
Just
I
think of
didn't
it
get
like
at
in the
first.
Avatar, where there are friendships that transcends lifetimes.
Mhm.
Think of it that way instead. It's less creepy and gross.
Yeah. And just bad acting and bad writing. But moving on.
Less sparkly, but also we're age appropriate. Gordon's not
Yes.
5,000 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far
That
as
you know.
So
Wow.
Sly is having this sort of existential crisis while you're walking north or on the sled north.
Whatever we're doing.
Whatever you're doing. Traveling north.
Atlas would have made a deal like I can totally pull it, but you have to ring the sled bell.
Probably.
He's just like beating a tambourine. Faster, Athelstan!
Too fast! Too fast! So
Forget his age. He's a cow.
the gnome kind of reaches out as you're having this crisis,
that's
Sly,
interesting.
and pats your knee. Don't worry, dear. He's fine.
Thanks,
Do the
ma'am.
rest of us hear her say this?
We're all in the same sleigh. I
You're all-
sure hope so.
Yes. So
Wait. How do you know?
I'm old. I know things.
And mysterious.
I'll take it for now, but I'm gonna revisit this conversation.
It's like they've never met an elderly lady before.
Eli looks at the gnome and she's just, so who are you again? I don't think we've really been properly introduced.
Oh, Genie Bronze Sprocket.
Eli.
Nice to meet you, dear. Takes your hand and gives it a pat. Why are you all
And
sus up
you-
in here?
Miss
you don't know
Bronze
shit.
Sprocket. What if she's the
It's
witch?
you.
What if she's the witch from the witch's hut? And she's gonna put us in the oven in her candy house. I'm very muscly. I taste very gamey.
Nothing a little tenderizing won't help, dear.
And we're riding. Kind of keeping an eye out for,
So
flags and shit, and also like keeping an eye out for any
roll another
other
perception
travelers
check because
or-
you did have advantage.
or animals.
Mhm.
Oh. Oops. I thought that you were rolling to add some. Where did it go? Come back. My apologies. Oh my god, that whole time you were waiting for me to roll advantage? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's a fucking 14.
Okay. You are able to identify some bright green ribbons that are tied to some low branches. So
Follow the
far,
green ribbons.
that's essentially what you've been doing. There are, as you're traveling north, there are a couple that group up a little bit more. And you think that possibly Guthrie had taken a side path or a hunting trail, maybe for meat, maybe for, camping, something. But for the most part, it's easy enough to kind of track it because, again, it's a straight shot pretty much north.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you don't hit the water on either side, you're going in the right direction.
Okay.
Do not run into the water. It is cold. Also, you will sink because you are attached to this sleigh.
Noted. Didn't intend to. I mean, I would just float. Technically.
Yeah, but then it would like drag on your flanks, and that's just not comfortable.
Oh, that's true. Nobody wants a droopy butt.
I thought before you said the droopy butt thing, I thought Valus was gonna say something nasty, but it, 'cause,
just
like,
go
it,
from,
the
like-
Waiting for
opportunity
it.
was there.
True.
Are you still having an existential crisis in the back of the wagon?
No.
It's like rocking.
I don't.
Seeing that Sly's upset, Ki'Lai would say, so tell me about Gordon. Who is this Gordon? You were screaming his name on the ship.
Phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was before we left.
Why do I hang out here again?
We were
Because you're paid to.
in I don't even remember. Scald?
Salt.
Is that where it was? And they were trying to talk to someone, and then there was like this bouncer, and I was like, I like your horns. And he was like, I like yours. And then it was like only supposed to be like a distraction. But then we went on a date.
Sounds like a horny conversation.
It truly was.
No,
But-
nothing, not even a titter. Come on, that was funny.
I laughed.
I was shaming you
Mhm.
because I already said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. Oh, you said it like, oh, so I was just like, you and I, mind meld.
Mind
We
meld.
had such a nice date. And then he made me breakfast, and then we had to leave. And I didn't have time to like explain everything to him. So, but I wrote him a letter, and then he wrote me a letter, and we're gonna find each other, and we're gonna talk it out, and it's gonna be okay.
It's very sweet.
Do you want to read the letter? I just like whip it out. I'm like, it's so cute.
Sure, if you feel like sharing.
Athelstan's like thinking like Elsa, you can't marry a man you just met.
Just like take it back and like curl up in a ball and start crying. And I don't actually give it to Ki'Lai. I'm just,
Getting,
You
like,
don't? You're just holding on to it? You're not gonna
yeah,
let
I'm just like clinging to it and
Just
crying.
like booger
Aw.
bubbles
Okay.
bursting everywhere.
maybe later.
Oh, okay. And she just sort of pats you on the shoulder.
It's gonna be
the
a
parchment.
long ride.
Well, it
that
was a hot
Sly is
date, though.
clutching is well worn. Put it that way.
I'm like clutching it to her breast.
Keeping it in her breast, like
Mm-hmm.
Boob sweat.
boob sweat. Even in the cold.
I don't
Is the ink-
sweat, actually. Like in real life,
glisten-
I don't really sweat ever.
Sounds like a medical issue. How do you regulate your body
How do you
heat?
regulate body heat?
I don't. I used to pass out all the time. It was really irritating. Now I just drink a lot of water.
Does all that with a smile? Damn.
I'm 28.
We're
I'm used to
mentally
this.
ill.
So
I almost
the
died several times.
so the parchment is actually fine. Like
Okay.
boob sweat.
But like it's
Way.
really hot all the time.
But yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, that was a hot date. We had a hot date.
It was a very cute date, and then he fucked your brains out. So.
I was gonna say, do we
I
do we
remember I
know-
was there that night.
do we know the
The
excuse the fuck out of me?
What?
So when I rolled, like when I was like, did I die? I rolled it and it didn't register, but the first time I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
And it didn't register, so I had to roll again, and I didn't die. I just had to be carried back to my party and dumped out.
You went pretty far on that. Damn. Okay.
Minotaurs are size appropriate. That's all I'm saying.
There was a miscommunication. I thought I was gonna learn how to be a bouncer.
You bounced.
You bound. Yep. Okay, moving on. It's 9:56. I'm dying.
We just have to make it 1 more hour without combat so I can go to bed.
Oh, this
on
is
time.
the no.
No, we
you
started
shouldn't-
late, so we're going late.
Yeah, Sly.
My
Sly.
It's your fault.
work.
So? So do I.
Oh.
So does Ki'Lai.
Me too.
Yeah, but
We all we all
but
do
you
the
guys are
work.
able to function like normal human beings. I just flipped. I
Excuse the fuck
flipped
out
my
of you.
schedule.
We're gonna go on and be right back while I address that.
Oh.
You're
They
better
may-
at
we'll be right
adulting
back.
than I am.
am.
I'm
I
not
was
saying I
not
hate it.
being mean.
Okay.
I'm not saying I hate it.
Cookies
I know.
in your eye hole.
There's a safe word in place for that reason.
Nobody wants to make it.
All right, we're back. We're watered. We're hydrated.
Ew, I hate that I did that.
Yeah, me too. Everything about that, I just fucking hate it. Anyway, heading north again, you're seeing these ribbons. You can see sort of the clusters where Guthrie has most likely gone off the path for one reason or another.
He had to pee
He had to pee
or poop.
or poop or sleep or hunt or
Hopefully not
All
jerk
of
off,
the
at same
above.
time.
So, with your perception check, Athelstan,
Mm-hmm.
you start to notice something else. Not ribbons. And at first you don't really notice it because it's made of nature. But you're used to nature. And even in its chaos, there's an order to how things grow. These are not natural. And within the snowy branches of the pine trees or hanging off of the leafless birch trees, you begin to see bundles of sticks and feathers, beads, rocks. And they're made in such a way to appear like they are part of the tree, but they still stick out to the eye that is used to looking for these sorts of things.
And Athelstan will like nudge Ki'Lai and be like,
Okay.
Eyebrow conversation again.
Yep.
and he's gonna
She
say
follows
lowly,
where his eyebrows are going.
he's like, everybody, I think it might be best if Atlas can go as fast as they can at the moment. Miss Bronze Sprocket, do you have any familiarity with these clusters up here? He's saying lowly too.
She follows your gaze and kind of adjusts her spectacles, squints up at them. Oh. We're not usually this far out in the path.
Care to explain what the hell I'm looking at?
Fetishes.
Yes, I gathered that, but what, the creator or something that they are indicative of?
The witch. She lives in the
Fucking
forest here.
Blair Witch shit.
No.
I'm not being snotty bursty bubble lady.
Aren't you?
He has
Yeah.
more class than that. He would like wipe his nose with a handkerchief. Gods. Well, Ki'Lai has it, but still.
I offered to
use-
give it back.
Well, you were still fucking crying, so.
And they snotted all over it. It was just gross. Launder it
wash-
first.
Yeah, launder it first. That's disgusting. Okay, so what
Yeah,
should-
the witch.
So should we try a different part of the trail if we can find one, or should we? Do you have any
Just-
suggestions?
Probably to stay on the trail.
Okay. It's
Ah.
some kind of a hoodoo hinky.
She's
do you-
possessive about the woods, yes.
Yes, I am. Cool. Stay, Atlas, please, for the love of gods, do not stray from the trail. She probably already knows we're here.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just staying between the trees. Have you
Do you
guys
think
seen
there's-
ribbons recently?
Have we?
Nope. There was a point where the ribbons were still going, and then the fetishes started, and they kind of like carried on together, and now the ribbons are no longer appearing anywhere.
I think we're off the beaten path.
I went straight. I followed the path between the trees. I did not stray.
No,
You're
I'm
floating.
Well,
Like, did we leave tracks? Can we backtrack?
It's pretty snowy. You probably could backtrack.
throw it in reverse.
Beep, beep, beep.
Rewind.
beep,
And it's
beep,
not like this. This
beep,
play's not
beep.
beeping. Atlas is
Yep. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
His
exactly
mouth.
what's happening.
with their mouth. Yes.
Beep, 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 beep.
A little to the left.
Beep, 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 beep,
Crank it. Nope, nope, nope,
beep,
nope. There
beep,
you go.
beep, beep. So how far are you backing up?
Give it a couple of minutes. But like, if it's clear that
Atlas beeps the whole time.
Like, how far do we have to
Sounds about
go
normal.
to see,
At
like,
the
the
pace
closest?
that Atlas was going with everybody in the sleigh, you go back a couple minutes, you see one ribbon, and then
Okay.
another and another, but the fetishes are still present.
We found the ribbons, though, so that's what matters.
When you get to that last ribbon, I need everybody to make a perception check to try and find the next one.
I thought you were gonna say to notice Guthrie's fucking lifeless corpse.
You look up
Is it
using the
dark out?
trees.
Ah! He falls out of the fetish nest.
Perception is wisdom, right?
Yes.
I almost rolled persuasion, which I have advantage on.
I got a natural 20, so 24.
15.
Is it dark? Like,
20, so 20.
It's like late afternoon by this point.
Now we got to. Oh, not everybody has dark vision.
Oh.
I almost. Feel
I do.
like
That's
would,
why I was asking.
I'd almost feel like I'd rather not see what was coming at me though. If I'm gonna die.
Looking around, even with your natural 20, you do not see another ribbon. The trail
So the trail
ends.
just ends.
Hmm.
Any debris or anything like that? Any
Don't worry,
sign of, like-
Athelstan. I'll protect you.
My hero.
I don't see anything. Did I miss the ribbons?
I think
No,
that they have.
They just stopped,
petered
sweetie.
out.
It's okay.
Miss Bronze Sprocket, you've been to New Tepes.
Yes, a couple times.
Is this at all familiar to you? And you say that the fetishes would not usually be this far out.
They're not usually so close to the path, no. They're
And
more
we
in
are
the
on
woods.
we are on the path, right? Or what we
As far
what
as I
looks
can
like the path.
tell, yes, there's usually a considerable gap between the two rows of trees
Mm,
that most people use as like the highway between the Ladies' Tier and New Tempest. But
okay.
So do they mark the outside edge of her territory, or do they mark the way to her? I'm sorry, I don't understand exactly how these work.
I don't know. I've never met her. I just know that these tend to be things to make you stay away from where she is.
She's
It's like the
she
head
seemed
on
like she's being honest when she says she's never met her.
You can make an insight check.
She's taking us to cook us and have us for dinner.
24.
To start with my toes.
Seems pretty honest that she's never met her.
Okay.
Obviously she knows about her, but
Mm.
that could be, rumor.
On the maps, we didn't like locate exactly where the witch's hut was, but there was like a generalized area, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere between the Ladies' Tier and New Tempest, but since
Was it a
Calypso
very
had never
wide area?
seen it, she
Mhm.
couldn't identify where it was.
Okay.
She just knew it was there from the
we-
talk of people in the Ladies' Tier.
Are we able to, where we are,
I'd like
would
to
we
see if I
be
can
able to
plot.
follow the channel north and stay along the water's edge? Safely, anyways?
You want to go off the path?
You would have to go off the
I
path
just-
to get to the water.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just figure if we could keep it to one side, then at least we know we're going correct. But if we're gonna be in her woods, then I'd rather not mess with it.
Can we hear the ice and the ocean?
It's loud enough, even like when you were inside the mansion, traveling through time, you could hear it. But
Okay.
As long as it doesn't get louder or softer, we're
yeah, you can
generally
hear
going
it on
to-
both sides of you. The path is not directly like the middle of the
Mhm.
island, so there are points where you have gotten closer to one.
Can we like
door or
see
the other.
occasionally through the gaps in the trees and whatnot?
You haven't been that close.
Okay.
So this strip of land in the middle here is not very wide then.
No.
That leads up there. Okay.
Can you send?
Sorry, it looked bigger than that on the map. So
It's wide enough that you can have like your path and then strips of trees on either end and not see the shore on either side.
okay.
But it's not super wide. Like you couldn't pass a warship up it, probably.
What's up, Sly?
Hear me out. Will the frogs naturally move towards water?
If you tell them to.
So why don't I just tell a frog or ask a frog to show us where the water is?
We know where it is. It's on
Why do
either
we need to
side.
go to
Yeah,
the water? Why
the
don't we
issue
just
is
go
going
through
in the
the woods?
trees.
Okay, so why don't I just ask the frog to keep us on a straight, or a rat to keep us on a straight line, and they'll keep us on a straight line until they,
Poof.
yeah.
Does anybody have a compass?
You may have had one in the bag of holding.
I mean, like our stuff. We didn't put our shit in the bag of holding. So, like, would you say that a compass is that's not really very useful in traveling between domains, is it?
Not when you have a
Mm.
conveyance, no.
Yeah.
Drink.
I would real quick. I would like to see if I can clock more of these fetishes and see if they're like in a general line or like if there's like a pattern or
Sure.
anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
And this will be you getting out of the wagon, getting off the sled, and kind of like marking them and kind of getting an idea of where they are.
I'd rather stand up in the wagon if that's possible. Or in the sleigh, excuse me.
The width of the path you would need to get out to get a better look. Also drink again because Agni's an asshole.
God damn it.
I'll
Agni.
just
And again,
Like-
because
Agni.
he's still an
And
asshole.
again.
I'll just like
Why is
climb
there not a
up
cooldown
onto
on
your
that?
shoulders and like have a shoe ready.
Because he's using cards.
No, there should be a cooldown on that.
There isn't on the green cards.
All right. Watch my back. Don't get me
Just
killed. And he
Climb
just
up
like
on.
I mean,
Alright.
I should have been more specific.
With
He just like steps off of the sleigh with his long ass Riker legs.
with Sly riding you, essentially, you can go ahead and roll an advantage.
Oh!
Never mind, you
Nice.
don't have to.
I rolled a natty 20, y'all. Fuck, another whatever. I'm happy.
Make an Arcana check. Oh,
don't
Uncle
know.
Cookie. Okay, okay.
18.
So there is gross, Agni. Thank you for that. There is a hag that lives in Darkon.
Mm-hmm.
They have similar fetishes. And from what you know of that hag, and your investigation check, and your Arcana check, you have essentially walked into a circle of these fetishes.
Fuck. Weapons.
To me with my shoes. Yep.
Lying on your back
Mage
is like,
Armor.
I'm ready.
I cast
What?
Mage Armor.
What did the hag? Was this a hunting or trapping tactic of the hag?
You think it was more of an alert system,
An alert?
or like having eyes elsewhere than where she was,
Okay.
She definitely knows.
So
we're
this
here.
is an obelisk almost, right?
more or less, yeah.
Okay.
So
We keep moving. We be vigilant. And he like steps back up onto the sleigh. Cautious.
Make sure you take very careful, like not to harm any plants or anything in the trees.
Yes. This is
Be respectful.
Don't insult
I
them.
haven't moved.
She's just perched up there and he's just
Pretty much.
if you've ever been to Haunted Mansion, and there's the one guy in the elevator that is sitting on top of everybody else as they're
Yep.
like, that's Sly.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so carrying on, you all remain extremely vigilant.
Athelstan's watching the fetishes to see. I'm assuming as we travel deeper into the circle that they're not in sight anymore for a little bit, right? Or how tight is this circle?
The circle is rather large. Like it encompasses both sides of the path. And there are a couple like felled trees or bushes, and they have these fetishes kind of like tied into them.
Hmm.
So go ahead.
Keep going.
All right. Traveling north, Phil, you think?
Don't at me like that, Affy. Don't affy. Don't aff me.
Hashtag bitches. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Listen, I'm the new guy here. Why are people letting me drive?
You
So-
just took the reins.
Yeah, you pretty much just kind of took over. Also, like, I'm kind
it's
of
a good
leading
thing.
this whole thing. I don't have reins. That's not my kink.
My apologies.
That's okay.
My apologies, Atlas. I did not.
You're
mean
kind of
to
just holding
insinuate.
pieces of leather and pretending. It's okay.
I'm not holding leather. And he like looks down, and Vale is just like got like straps and it's like around the waist, like get off me.
I'm like jostled, like ah.
Yeah.
God damn it, Agni.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We just went pee.
I didn't. I made tea.
That's a you problem.
That is
It's
you,
even
problem.
worse.
It's the last digestive.
No, no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So,
Dunk.
continuing north, you do leave this sort of circle of fetishes. And then you can still see them in the trees. They're sort of placed like they would be in a high security prison.
Like alongside.
Yeah, enough to give coverage of
Okay.
pretty much you leave one and you walk into the aura
Yeah.
of another.
Are we seeing any ribbons?
No. No ribbons.
She's cut them.
Or he went around them.
Or you didn't make it that far.
Or he didn't make it this far.
Mm-hmm.
Gibby
But
and Bibby...
he's done this path a bunch of times though,
Oh,
right?
yes. And Gibby and Bibby had made you aware that he'd been gone about a 10-day, and he's not usually gone this long. They're concerned about
Does-
him. They also
Maybe the
Does
witch
did
took
they-
a lover.
10-day mean 10 days?
Yes. Which
Did
is
they
a week
tell us how
in.
long he's usually gone for?
Yeah, it was.
usually
I don't
5 or
remember.
6.
It was like 4
Okay.
days.
Rob, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. It took me until like 3 or 4 sessions that I was here for ago to realize that a D20 is the one with 20 with the number 20 and the D10 is the one with the number 10 on it. Like, I asked which one is which so many times. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, you were probably thinking in images, like, off the
Ah.
shape. So, like, I can understand that.
Yeah, like I didn't realize.
Like, you're looking at it, but you don't see it. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Mm.
ADHD brain understands.
Yeah,
That's why I
fair.
was like, is it the triangle
But
one? And
on the surface,
Afi and
that's
Agni
just
are
like,
always like, yes, like what? And I'm like, I don't know. Is it
The
the
one
the
that says
square
4
one?
on it? Yes, that is the D4.
Yeah, so me taking a long time to realize, I don't remember what I just realized, but me taking a long time to realize that is not a surprise.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's all good.
So continuing north, again, you see those fetishes kind of watching you the entire time, essentially. And you do get that feeling now that you realize what you're looking at, what you're surrounded by.
cut out.
Oh, hello.
yes,
Now we
you're,
can
yeah.
hear you.
Ooh.
Random noise ASMR.
Someone make that a quote.
Agni, do the freaking clip thing. Please, set up the command for me.
Yes, please. I don't know how to do the thing.
After I move, are 3 of us gonna have the same headsets?
Essentially,
Cheater
the blue.
and Artemis, do you have the same headset?
It's
They're a
not
little
quite
different.
the same.
They got blue.
There's the new version. Mine doesn't have lights and shit.
Mhm.
So you and I are gonna match, I guess.
So I forgot what I was gonna say. What I was trying to say.
Going through.
Going through the circle, you do see that.
Yeah, you see the
No,
fetishes
we're at the
basically
circle.
following you, kind of keeping,
Mhm.
not following you as if they're
Keeping
moving,
an eye
but
on
like you can see where they are.
Mhm.
Do we get the sense that we're being watched
That
as
is
we
what I
go
was
through
gonna
this?
say. Thank you. Now
Okay.
that you're aware of what you're feeling, like what you're seeing, you do get that kind of feeling up your back of being watched. So the back of your neck, the hairs stand on end. You
Mine
just
aren't
feel
standing on end because I got a sly on it. Just saying.
Yes.
Don't pull my hair.
Sorry.
You hear a very soft Athelstan in your ear. She's in my spot.
Sly, please move to the other shoulder.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, my love. He just like remains like stalwart, like not even like affected by it.
Agni!
Better?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know what just happened, but yeah, I'm fine sitting here.
My apologies, my love.
Oh. Listen.
Agni,
Oh,
I'm gonna turn them off if you keep doing it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
It's
am
interrupting
so-
gameplay.
No offense, Sly, but I am so not talking to you at the moment.
Good, because you're not my type.
Neither are you.
You're too short.
I need to make a note here as Cedar that we don't know the race of Gordon.
I did mention, yeah, it's true, but I also did mention
good,
mine
Afi?
something earlier.
You just inhaled liquid into your gas pipe, didn't you?
Yep,
Oh, honey.
I'm okay. That just kind of
Ye-
shocked me. That's all.
At
What
first I
did?
thought you were like laughing
Okay.
at something we said, and I was
I
like,
was,
wait, oh
and
man.
then I was drinking. At the time.
Inhaled.
Damn it. It's all good. I don't care if you do it or not. Damn it, Agni. Bye, mystery. Oh, my story.
Emerson. Bye bye.
Emerson. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I blame Agni.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Blame Agni.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have that.
I still got your back though.
If you're
Oh,
subscribed, you should
now I
have it.
remember. I am for the next 6 days. I don't see it.
Posture check.
When you say it's like you're too short, Athelstan just says, "You're not her." Just like continues to like keep an eye out and stuff.
Can Ki'Lai be watching out the back
Yep.
of the sled
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
at least keeping an eye on the back end of this party if we're
Pat his
walking,
head.
depending.
Oh, got
Watching
your
the
back
butts.
though.
Cover our
So
asses.
got your back though, buddy.
You are on my back.
I know.
And he like kind of like just like and he like reties the top part of his hair back. I need it out of my face.
I
when we're-
love that she's literally sitting on your shoulders, and we've known these people for 3 freaking days.
He's not happy with it, but like he doesn't know exactly what to do about it.
It's true.
He doesn't know exactly what to do about it. No one's ever done this to him before.
Ki'Lai and Athelstan don't people very well, so it's okay.
This is like, okay, so a lot of weird shit, like,
We're used to it just being the two of us.
yeah.
And then there's
li-
just like no fear, no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. Just like, okay.
Yeah.
just like literally just for the third or second time now has this smallish tiefling. What the fuck are you? Hang on, where's your picture?
Tiefling, yeah.
Yeah, tiefling.
This smallish tiefling is just like perched on my shoulder like a fucking raven, and I like just like
It works.
he's not into it,
Ki'Lai thinks it's hilarious.
and he's
Because you
so
look miserable.
He's so confused. Tommen wasn't even this weird. Athelstan says that out loud.
Ki'Lai just laughs at it.
Tommen isn't even this weird. What is
She says in Celestial, it's good for you.
Do people do
What
this?
you're talking about, but I know that we're best friends, so it's okay.
Oh my god, it's Ram and Aster.
Mhm.
We have quite literally known each other for 3 days.
We
It
just,
really is.
I get you. It's okay. We're best friends. I got your back. It's cool. I just like look over at Ki'Lai and I'm like,
Athelstan just like looks at Ki'Lai and like says in Celestial, "This is not normal. This is not what people do." I'm just gathering that right now.
She's just laughing and she's like, it's good for you.
Yeah,
I
shut
promise.
the fuck up. Stop chuckling in
just-
my ear. I'm
She just
trying to.
looks at
I am literally trying to make sure we all get through this alive because like you guys are like good at things, and I'm trying.
Ki'Lai just looks up at Sly and goes, keep going.
Don't touch my ears.
I will not touch your ears.
Stop.
I'm not.
You were thinking about it.
No, I was thinking about how to avoid them because you don't want me to touch them, so I'm gonna not touch your ears. I respect.
I'm trying to focus here.
I'm trying to focus here, but I'm going to continually interact with the person on my back to not focus.
What am I supposed to do?
Look at his
Literally,
head,
the only time
motherfucker.
there's only a few instances in Athelstan's experience in which people have been upon his back. That is to stab him and to
Oh, might.
join the club.
I did accidentally stab you with a shoe that one time. Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier
Yeah.
today. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Really yesterday.
Yesterday. Also, I'm on your shoulder, not on your back. In your shoulder. I was asked to move to the other shoulder.
Are you just gonna stay up there?
Yes. I have a good vantage point. You're not like as tall as I would like, but it's a good vantage point. Pat, 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 pat.
Oh my god, stop.
It really is just Ram and Aster.
It is.
Don't.
Is that a good
But, like,
thing or a bad
reverse,
yeah.
thing?
The next time she pats my head, fuck around and find. He's like, he stops. He's just like, pat my head one more time.
Okay.
I dare you to.
I'm doing it. You don't have to dare. But I'm doing it.
Athelstan.
He's just like,
You did it.
No biting.
You're not-
Dare
you're not.
me
You're
to
not.
do it. You said those words out loud.
Have you lost? Have you ever had the ability to recognize sarcasm?
I just choose not to. Sometimes it's funnier when I.
Get off me!
Okay.
He
It's
like straightens his like cowl and his like his coat and his doublet, and he's just like,
Ki'Lai reaches over and offers Sly a high
Don't.
five.
Oh, I thought you were gonna touch Athelstan. My bad. The fucking. And he just says in Celestia, I fucking hate you.
I don't.
Any change in the fetish following?
No, but the
How's it
snow
going
is
up
starting
there,
to
Atlas?
fall heavier.
Yep. Is
The
it getting
Whole
dark?
time the witch is just watching this happen. Like,
Slowly.
what the fuck these
It's
guys
like-
doing?
It's like, wow, what interesting people.
I think I would like to eat all of them. Yeah.
I've seen 2 episodes of Our Flag Means Death, and all I can hear is in my head is Izzy Hands going, "What kind of a fucking idiot runs his ship aground?" I'm like, it's literally him at the party right
Yep.
now.
Pretty much.
Oh, party much. You get the sense
Yeah,
of
usually
being
it's just Ki'Lai and
all-
Athelstan, so like we don't people very well, but Ki'Lai finds this hilarious.
You wouldn't like it if it was happening to you.
No, but it's happening to you, so it's hilarious.
Can I offer you a frog
No,
in this trying time?
no.
It's a very
going to-
cute frog.
It's
And it
going to
looks
die.
up at you.
You
with the
can eat it
big
if
eyes.
you want.
It's going to die in this harsh environment.
You should probably like warm him up then. He wants to be friends.
Rabbit.
I'm not a frog person. I'm not that kind of queer.
Rabbit.
Rat.
My patron is just like cackling. I can just feel it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not funny.
It's hilarious.
I'm glad
It's
you're
very
having-
funny.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
I am. You're so uncomfortable. I love it.
I'm trying to
I
be
am-
friends.
I am incredibly disturbed right now.
He's
Literally,
just offering you rodents, my love.
I'm a plant person, not a frog person.
Well, they're here for an hour, so unless you want to eat them.
Alice, can you go faster, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
I will make you a plant.
Okay. I like plants. I like frogs and rats too.
You can have this frog.
But
Just
Sly gave it
rides
to
on his
you.
I am re-gifting it to you.
That's not very nice.
I'm sitting right here.
Uh-huh. Oh, believe me, I am aware.
Okay, I'll take the frog.
All right, here you go.
Because I
And-
personally do not want it, and I know that you enjoy frogs, as you have just told me less than 5 seconds ago.
I do. And Atlas puts the frog on his fruit hat that covers
What
his
about this
horn.
rat?
He
There
to
you
be,
go.
Gets to be tall.
What about
Yep.
this rat? Because it's also gonna freeze to death.
Athelstan is literally thinking in his mind right now, and he's like, could the witch just please just come and try and kill me right now?
Oh my god.
He
So
just
the next
thinks
time you
that.
guys can't find Reggie on Friday night, he's here.
He got poofed.
He was literally just like chilling out in his living room, having a glass of port and like having some cheese and stuff, and just like poof. And he just like mid sip, he's like,
He's wearing a little tool belt and he
God!
looks adorable.
"It's so cold.
I don't
Who are
like this at all.
Who are you?"
Gets back and he's like, Mom, I had the weirdest dream.
Why is there brandy all over my insides?
I have
It's better than honey.
bite. Oh,
Oh,
Still holding this rat.
I'm just like, are you just like
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, Reggie.
Oh, Reggie.
You should eat it. It might be good. I don't know. It's made of magic, so.
The rat is kind of like cleaning its face, and as you say that, it
there's just like this like low growl that doesn't feel necessarily right coming from Athelstan.
It's like a.
Oh no, it's not like a humanoid sounding kind of thing. It's
Okay,
not
well.
it's upsettingly not like, you know when somebody has a voice that is just so unlike what they look like?
Yup.
Like it's
the
like
dude from Coheed and Cambria.
Yup.
yeah, it's like that, but also like ugh.
It's a little disturbing.
Is there anything going on in the trees around us? while this
Yes,
is
please,
going
below
on?
gods.
I don't know. Perception check.
There's been perception checks this whole time because I don't need to talk with my eyes.
You were distracted.
Well, yeah, obviously, because I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you did.
I got a 21.
I come up with narrative reasons for my bad rolls. It's role play.
I appreciate it. So, Fly doesn't see anything either. She's distracted with her rodents and bothering you and high-fiving Ki'Lai. Valish, your mind is still elsewhere with the reins and harnesses and whatnot.
okay.
Ki'Lai, you do notice, again, the snow is getting heavier as it's falling. The sun is almost setting, and visibility is going to become very, very difficult within the next probably half an hour. The fetishes have not changed in the sense of how far apart they are, but they haven't clustered or anything like they had at the last spot that you went through.
Okay.
And no ribbons.
All I can like picture in my head throughout the entire interaction with Athelstan is just that scene from The Simpsons where Homer's like, "Haha, you love me."
Oh.
Athelstan, we should camp soon. It's getting dark and the snow.
Yes. Atlas, please slow down to a low trot and come to a stop so that way you don't sprain anything. Please. And thank you.
Okay, no problem. And they are able to do that because they have the floaty hooves of awesomeness.
Mm-hmm. I guess he'll step off of the sleigh and like start helping Atlas like get unhooked and everything. We'll make camp and look. I don't really want to leave the path, so like I guess camp in the middle of the street. I mean, not the street, but like
Like
Okay.
within the
Yeah.
opening between the two throngs
yes,
of trees. Yeah, okay.
yes.
So, at last check, you have one tent.
That fits 2 people.
Well,
There
one
are
you
not
and
only 2 people.
dibs.
I just like dig myself a little.
That's
You will
actually
freeze to death before.
no, actually.
Actually, well,
Before it actually warms up and insulates enough, you
Hmm.
will freeze to death. It is too cold to start that.
Fire?
Athelstan, hear me out.
No.
We might
Is it
need
possible
to
to
group huddle.
As you say that, it just like the idea just like takes like just becomes an image in his mind, and he's just like,
oh, a group thing? I'm in.
just like, and
course you
that
are.
that literally just goes like,
I will take first watch.
You were gonna ask something, Artemis. Can we like something?
A lean
So it
to.
depends on whether or not we have the wagon. Is it possible to turn the wagon sideways for shelter? Sort of. Like use the tent as like a lean-to
Yeah.
against the wagon. But
Make
that's assuming that we have it.
Make a jerky yurt.
At this point, we're just gonna say you have it. If nothing else,
Okay.
I feel like Maggie would kind of be a fan of it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel
but
like she'd be on
I
board.
think so
but
too.
I don't
I don't
want
want
to
to make that decision for her.
Yeah,
we'll,
exactly.
We'll say that if that is not the case, that they're not okay with it, that you brought the
We'll
wagon
make a lean
anyway.
to. Yeah.
Okay.
You brought the wagon anyway, and you've just been pulling it. Like you've been taking turns pulling it.
Okay.
You
That's fine.
have your
Fly
supplies
has not
back
taken
there.
a turn, but has ridden the entire time.
Yes. Same with Jeannie. She has
Holding
been
her
on the
shoes.
thing because she is old, and she has stayed on the wagon because she is old and small.
What about Gabriella?
Gabriella has taken her turn to help,
Ah.
if that is the case. If that's what ends up
Baelish?
happening,
Okay.
Valish would love the idea of being strapped to something like that, so he would take the people that are not taking their turns.
If we're
No.
doing the pulling
Yeah,
if we're
it
doing
would.
the pulling thing, I vote that Athelstan is going to swear off of strapping Valish in. Just saying. He doesn't play without consent, and you do not have his consent.
nose goes. Ki'Lai didn't nose.
Just because Ki'Lai figures at this point she's group mom, so she's gonna get stuck doing it anyways.
Fair enough.
So because
You
that's
took-
just my life.
You took that role.
Yeah, you did.
Somebody has to do it.
Nobody has to
Cool.
do it.
We would all die.
Probably.
So you said the snow is quite deep.
It's probably on somebody of your stature, mid calf, maybe closer to the knee. So
Yeah, but no one wants to sleep on top of that.
no.
I suppose. My love,
Yes,
would you like to dance?
always.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody gets to fucking watch this happen.
Either
So
that or I can just use flaming sphere, so melt the snow.
you can do
You
whatever
could
you
have
like.
said that.
We can.
No,
we
you
can,
gonna
do, we
say
can do a
this?
twofer. We can do a twofer. How's that?
Okay. So
Well,
I melt
if
the
we are,
snow and then
like-
you do the dancing.
Like literally, just like sounds exactly like brother and sibling, just like not paying attention to each other and just like doing their own thing, and then like turning it like.
But it like works is the sad
Yeah.
part because
Yeah.
we've done it so much.
Mhm.
So
You burn off one half and. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
no. You're fine. You're fine.
Has to know.
Ki'Lai, you summon the flaming sphere, correct? That's what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's what I got prepared today. So
All right. And with your back to Athelstan, like between the entire party, you
Yeah,
get the
we're, like-
wagon flipped over. And
like the two of us are like this,
yeah.
but like back to back.
but not like directly back to back. You're just sort of like doing your own thing
Yeah.
in the center. Yeah. So you get the wagon flipped over, and the tent starts getting set up as sort of like an additional coverage
Yeah, like a-
space. Enough space that everybody who's not on watch would be able to kind of like huddle in and stay warm and all that. God, I don't get it because the recording is fine, but Discord is not.
Yeah, the recording is
Yeah.
perfect. So it's not whatever that is. It's Discord.
Fuck you, Discord.
It's okay.
Discord
It's
doesn't
okay.
sponsor us, so fuck them.
Okay, so like literally, I can't talk shit about Fantasy Grounds even though they didn't sponsor, but you can talk shit about Discord even though they don't sponsor.
Yes.
I mean,
Once
you are
we're
Affy.
set up, I might take off.
Affy is God. So
What's I?
Once we're set up, I might take off.
Oh, are you?
Not
If
the
that's
character,
okay.
the person,
No.
Yeah,
the player,
the person.
the player.
Yeah, I guess so. So
I'm sorry.
yeah, you better be. Wagon set up. There's like a lean-to with the tent, enough space for everybody to kind of like hunker in. And Ki'Lai, you start with your flaming sphere, just sort of moving it around to give you a larger space to kind of be hunkered into. What the fuck, man?
I'm sorry, sweetie. You're just cutting in and out.
Like really bad?
Yeah.
That time it was, yeah, it was
Oof.
pretty
That
bad.
time
It
it
was like
was.
every other word.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the flaming sphere begins to move and dance around, and you begin to make sort of a half circle as you're working on the one side. On the other
Okay.
side, Athelstan, you begin to dance. And it looks like a two-person dance to everybody else, but he is alone. It's more of a waltz. And as he waltzes, you can see the plant life from beneath the snow begins to emerge. The grass, flowers, weeds, bushes all begin to grow up.
The crocuses.
They push through the snow and begin to sort of create a bit of a shell over top of the wagon and the lean-to. And as you turn around in one of your spins, Athelstan, you see that Ki'Lai has burnt away a lot of the snow or melted it away.
Did that also burn the earth? Because that's like a slash and burn that makes it fertile.
She would be careful to not hurt the plants like that you're growing, anyways.
Once you notice them, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like I mean, like the area that you've not touched is probably can be an area that Athelstan will just like cut into because you totally fertilize the earth with your ashes. He
It
just
took
kind
a
of
couple
comes around.
passes.
He's just like, "Excuse me."
It took a couple
Oh, no,
passes
he doesn't
with the
say
flaming
he doesn't say
sphere.
me. He says, "Excuse us."
Yep. Took a couple passes with the flaming sphere, but the earth does begin to, or the grass and everything begins to burn underneath the flaming sphere because it's burned away all the moisture. And Athelstan just kind of dances across it, and wherever his feet land, and beside his feet land, things begin to sprout. Flowers,
I forget.
daisies.
His eyes glow on this one, right?
Yeah.
Green
Green.
and like
I
little
feel like this wouldn't
pollens.
be new to Ki'Lai.
No.
Like I would have seen this before.
I imagine you
With-
would have seen it in Harakiri.
Okay, yeah. That sand, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
To the rest of us, does it look like
Sorry,
it's
mine-
like two sets of like
Yeah.
footprints where this is growing out of?
Yep. So each footprint of Athelstan's and then a sort of ghost footprints. They all begin to sprout more grass, daisies, hyacinthias, carnations,
Snowdrops.
snowdrops.
He's gonna dip her.
She'll go over
At
to
one
Baelish.
point, Athelstan
I
kind
miss
of bends
Gordon.
like he's dipping somebody, and you can see under where his partner would be, the entire space begins to bloom.
The entire space what? Sorry.
Begins to
Yes.
bloom under
Ah.
where Mina has been dipped.
And I suppose he'll bring her back up to her feet.
Mm-hmm. She kind of.
And y'all are like all this is like weird non-existent PDA shit right here. Very like when two couples are like forehead to forehead like really close and like it's mad awkward. It's mad awkward. You know,
Mhm.
like when you go to a restaurant and the
It's even
couples
more
sit-
awkward because you're by yourself.
Yeah, that's
To the
why it's
rest of
more
us.
awkward. Like when couples like sit on the same side of the table.
I
What's
just
wrong
got
with
like
that?
roasted for being like odd. Like, listen, man. I think I'm pretty fucking normal compared to you.
He's not even paying attention to you. He's distracted.
Mina like
I'm
taps
just
the tip of his
talking.
nose and then goes small again. It's a very cozy place that you've created.
Yes, the rat didn't freeze to death.
Yet.
It's only going to be alive for an hour. It's fine.
Ki'Lai picks one of the snowdrops and adds it to the ones that she's been collecting that the times that she's seen Athelstan do this.
I need to know while this has been going down and we're all doing this, Atlas's reaction to the spontaneous growth of plants.
Atlas is psyched. He's sitting there, and as the plants begin to
Just
grow,
watching it all happen.
as the plants begin to grow over the wagon and the tent, and they kind of like loop over, and they're like dangling vines. He pulls out all of his plants and begins to introduce them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's adorable. My beautiful son.
Beautiful, beautiful himbo boy.
Yep.
Yep.
Ki'Lai and I will take first watch. Who will take second?
I can get up.
I guess
Sure
I
you
can.
can.
Phrasing.
I guess I
Nope,
can
that
hang
was on
out.
purpose.
I'm sure Valish has no problem with that.
So Sly, are you taking third or are you sitting second with Valish?
I'll sit second.
Okay. Alaric and Atlas will take third.
Okay.
So I need perception checks from Ki'Lai and Athelstan.
This will go great.
And I need you to do them at disadvantage because of the snow.
Well,
Never mind. you're
Doesn't
good.
matter for Athelstan.
Both of us?
Yep. It is a very, very poor visibility.
I crit failed, everybody. I know you can't see our dice rolls and stuff, so
You
yeah, I
can't
rolled a nat.
crit fail on a skill check.
I rolled another nat 20, so technically it's 16.
Athelstan is super distracted.
Yeah. As you're sitting sort of like in this paddock you've made in the snow, because the snow is still like on the edges, it's about 2 feet deep.
I'd like to think there's like a little sunken area for a little fire. Just a
Yeah,
small one.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I assumed. There's like a sunken
Yeah.
area with a little fire. There's your sort of circle that you've created with the snow and
Mhm.
the jungle, essentially, because
It's
it's
the
not
most
indigenous.
Comfortable longhouse.
Yeah, it's not indigenous plant life by any means.
I'm an invasive species, bitch.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
And
Make
you've
that
got like
shit
a
my
little
own.
divot for your fire, and everybody's like snoring behind you in the alcove that you've created. And yeah, Athelstan's just sort of sitting there, legs akimbo, and definitely distracted by whatever's on his lap. Ki'Lai,
Don't, Valish.
Baelish is asleep, so
Yeah, he smirks in his dream.
yeah.
a couple seconds, Sly. Ki'Lai, you don't see or hear anything out of the norm. You hear the falling snow. Every once in a while, you can hear when the heavily laden branches kind of bend enough to let the snow fall. And you get that kind of crunching sound as the snow from the
love that
bow
sound.
falls. Me too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
I love that sound. You
You
can tell we're all northern kids.
yeah. You hear a little bit of wildlife, birds, owls, maybe some deer.
Okay. If you want to get Sly's roll real quick so she can go out,
Yep.
and then I'll talk to Athelstan. So
Yeah. Sly, give me a perception check at disadvantage. Sly. Corinne. Hello.
Corinne.
Yeah, that's you.
What am I doing, sorry?
I'll roll
Perception
mine now,
check at
too.
disadvantage.
How do I do disadvantage?
Underneath the chat bar, you can see ADV and DIS. Click DIS before you roll.
Oh, I fucked up.
Cool.
Oh no.
No, we
Oh.
rolled great.
Well, you can go now. Bye-bye.
Because you're not seeing anything.
Okay.
We'll be right back. I just need to fix the cams after Sly leaves. One sec. Sorry about that, buddies. We're back.
Yay.
Yay. All right, so go ahead and have your chat with Athelstan.
Okay. So yeah, after like looking around and stuff, because her perception went okay, she would look at Athelstan eventually. You said you wanted to talk. The others are asleep.
How long will you keep setting yourself on fire to keep others warm?
I've done that my whole life.
When will you stop?
I don't know that I know how to stop.
What do you need to talk about?
I don't need to talk about anything.
Liar. I've known you too long. I can tell when you're lying. I've known you most of my adult life.
And yet you've asked me no questions.
You don't remember
What
me
would you like to
asking
know?
You don't remember me asking you questions. Focus. Try real hard.
She tries.
Oh yeah, he's definitely asked you some questions before, but you know, like little 16-year-old Athelstan and shit. You know?
Right. So she would have responded to you like you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
You are a man now. What would you like to know? I will not lie to you.
What do you carry? And why? Especially when it's hurting you.
I've made many mistakes.
We all have.
Mine got a lot of people killed.
So have a lot of us. I have...
Tell me, in your growing up, what did you learn of the war, the Divine War?
That was something
Or whatever
that
you call it in this world, I'm sorry.
that is something that I am still waiting for.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, but
It's okay.
From your readings, you learned that the gods used to essentially dwell in the material plane, and they were very, very involved in people's lives.
Hmm.
Like, you could go and talk to one, essentially. At some point, there was a disagreement. The reasoning behind it has somewhat been lost to time, only in the sense that where you're from, they don't have record of it. They don't know why it started, but there was a war, and it was between the material plane, some of the gods, and then other gods and angels and the divine host. Like,
shit show.
it was a shit show.
Yeah.
You know, people who were supposed to be loyal to one thing were not loyal and ended up fighting. Jersey.
Hey.
Sorry. Scraping the wall.
That's okay.
Then the war ended and the gods were secured behind the divine gate. The ones that were on the one side of the war went willingly. The ones that lost and survived were dragged there and imprisoned. Did it just go for you, or did you hear me, Athelstan?
Can't hear you. Couldn't hear you.
Okay, so the
gods
people,
closed the gates.
They closed the gates, and the people who were on the one side of the war went willingly. The people on the other side...
Went willingly.
They went willingly. The people on the other side of the war were dragged and imprisoned if they survived the war. So that is the war that Ki'Lai is referring to. You know it, you may know it more as the Cataclysm.
Mhm.
Your father has definitely spoken of the cataclysm because that is
In
one
a
of
weirdly obsessive way, I'm thinking, right?
yes,
Yeah.
extremely obsessive because when the gods left and were moved behind the divine gate, they took the highest echelons of power with them.
They took what kind of power from?
The highest echelons,
Highest.
so like level 10 spells, level 11 spells. The big honkers
The
of
big
spells.
magic.
Yeah. So that's why you can only cast to level 9. Because they took all of that with them.
Oh, no, I know.
The
who
weave,
made-
when the gates closed, the weave was destroyed. And something called chaos crystals were developed from that. Your father is likely after a chaos crystal. Because that is how he will access that high echelon of power. But where they are, nobody really knows. There are rumors of them, but yeah. It was just that time was a magical fuckery. A lot of magical fuckery happened. That's about all you know.
Okay. In his own words, Athelstan will say, in the response to this question, what do you know of the war? The gods played with men. No real record why in this realm. Stories, word of mouth. A clusterfuck, like most wars. Everybody with their heads up their asses. Closing off access for those where they were belonging, where they no longer belonged. Families split apart, friends severed. Chaos. The loss of large quantities of magic. A torn veil.
So, point of order question.
Mm.
Ki'Lai was not there for the end of the war. Has she since learned what has happened? Or does she not know? Because she wouldn't know, technically, she wouldn't know what the gate is.
She wouldn't know what the gate
Because
is.
she wasn't there.
Intrinsically, you would know that some power issue happened, and for whatever reason, you can no longer access your higher levels of power. You had them diminished by basically going AWOL.
Yeah.
But you feel that you are now fully disconnected from like achieving that high level of celestial magic.
Okay. I was there.
Obviously.
It was awful.
Yes.
And the things that we were... When I left home, we thought we were going to some great purpose, that we were doing what was right.
But then they made you go against your better judgment.
It made us into the thing that we feared to become.
They always
And
do.
finally, the orders came that I could no longer follow. So I left. Tried to go home, beg forgiveness, beg my father. I couldn't get there. So I failed in more than one way. But we thought we were going to keep our honor in all of this. Honor is the first thing to go in war. We did terrible things, Athelstan. Innocent lives. People that had done no wrong. I lost so many friends. people that I considered family. And when you stand in the ashes of 1,000 souls and you ask the silence, what does honor matter? That silence is your answer. I couldn't stay. And she takes out the chain that's around her neck with the feather and the 2 rings. We split up because it was safer. They couldn't track both of us. She gave me one of her feathers when we left. And she holds it up so you can see, and it's burned and destroyed. The only way that this could have happened was if she died or she fell in love with someone else. I have no purpose anymore. I don't know what to do. And I'm tired. So ask me your questions, and I'll tell you no lies. You're not a boy anymore.
I personally didn't have many. My biggest question right now, in pertaining to what we are talking about, is what do you need to say? You carry this. You carry it, and you carry it. And without knowing, you carry more and more and more until there is nothing left of you but the others around you. We've known these people for 2 days, 3 days. You call them Little One. You take them into your heart so easily. You carry them. But you've always been like that as far as I've known you. Your heart will keep bleeding until you stitch it, until you fix it, until you come to terms with it.
How do you fix something that's been shattered?
You pick up the pieces and you stitch it back together, little by little, piece by piece. And you make sure that the pieces that you are putting yourself back together with are pieces of yourself and not the burdens of others. I'm not saying that you should stop caring, because you do care. But you care so very much for others, and you don't leave any room for yourself. You are older than me. I am a child to you. I am nothing like you.
Your father would say that's a good thing.
My father? He knew exactly what he was doing when he made me. Your past, what came of your past, it's going to be coming back. Aslan won't stop. He always gets what he wants. Eventually. And you are going to need a leg to stand on to bear the wave of it. But you're going to have to get your legs underneath you. Be waxing poetic.
You do it so well sometimes.
Oh, I am immensely overeducated. There is one question, actually, that has nothing to do with this. And you don't have to tell me. It's more personal, but we're not talking about me right now. I need you. I don't
What?
typically think that things happen for a reason, but things do have a very annoying and strange happenstance of being coincidence. Before you, I was the only one. And even then, I'm not entirely sure that we are anything alike. But you showed me your true face. You carry it.
It's my burden to bear. I don't know if you've noticed, but this place is a place of punishment.
Think you have fallen to some hell?
No, I've been to hell.
What was it like?
Everything that you can think of and more. It is
Boring.
not something to hope for.
Boring.
I'm not even sure that home was something to hope for.
There it is. Since we're on the subject, you tell me something, I'll tell you something. Ever since I was born, the day I was born, I knew this language. I knew this language. No one else could speak this language that I knew of. And ever since I was very small, I always yearned for something. But how can you yearn for something that you've never seen? That you don't know what it is, you don't know what it looks like, you don't know what it is, why it's there, why.
There's a word for that, you know. Herathe. It's a longing for a place you've never been.
Oh, well, I just was wondering what heaven was like. And if it's
She
even
smiles
worse
a little bit
any of the time.
and thinks about it.
Thinking about it.
She thinks for a minute and she says, where I was from, at least, there was a lake full of stars. Sand was white. The mountains were beautiful. The citadels were made of white stone and glass. It was so beautiful. And the people, my family at least, it was my mother and my father. He was a warrior like me. strong, stubborn. And she takes out her sword and holds it out to Athelstan. I've never let you look at this before. It was my father's. He gave it to me the day I left, when I put my son in his arms.
Athelstan EXE has stopped working. It's like you see his eye twitch for a second. He's like, ugh. He's like, ew, Ki'Lai having sex?
You see the inscription on the blade. He told me to come home. To raise my son. I can never go home.
Do you really want to, though?
Not as I am now.
You fell.
I've heard of it happening before. I'd never seen it. And then it happened to me. People do stupid things when they're in love.
I have a feeling that there is a part of you that hasn't yet fallen. Otherwise, you wouldn't be carrying that thing around your head. I don't have one.
Spins her halo. Yep.
It's like plates.
Sorry, it was getting a little intense.
Like
I had
a
to-
Harlem
yeah.
Globetrotter style. Just...
Yeah. I don't have one. I was born
It's not the same
without
for
it.
everyone.
Oh, but there's
My wife
just so
didn't
much
have one
going-
at first. She grew into one.
Mm.
I was born with mine. It's different for everyone of our kind.
How many of your kind have you known to be like me?
I'm the only other fallen that I've ever met.
I was born that way.
Perhaps. But you
Huh.
are still what you are.
I know. Part of it is what he made me.
Your father is not a good man,
No,
by any stretch of the word.
no, he's very much not.
So then the question becomes, what do we do about it? Now that my mind is my own again. You tell me. What do we do?
I plan to take everything that he has. Everything. And I will watch him fall. And I will take her home. And that is it. We all eventually return to the green. It is a way of life. And I long ago accepted my fate, and even loved it. Do you feel better?
She takes her sword back and puts it back in the sheath.
Just like tilts his head like he went back when he was a kid.
When you were a boy. I will help you. I'll help you on this path. But my fate, whatever it is, perhaps it will be revealed along the way. For I definitely don't know.
If you plan to help
Not
me,
anymore.
If you plan to help me, then here's an order. Put out the fire. Stop letting yourself burn. You're of little use to yourself and to me if you are nothing but stone and bone. Sly, wake up!
Huh? Gordon, what? What?
Your watch.
Oh, there's 5 more minutes. I was having a really good dream about Gordon.
Ki'Lai throws a snowball at her.
No! I'm...
At the same time, there's like a little dirt clod that definitely goes...
I'm like...
Yeah,
Valish.
And then Ki'Lai throws one at Valish.
Valish, get up, I'm tired.
You're muted, I think.
Yeah, I am. Okay.
I'm tired and I don't feel like talking anymore.
Why were you talking? You're supposed to be watching.
We were watching. You're still alive, aren't you?
That remains to be seen.
Rip me.
As he
So-
stands,
Yep.
he like looks down at Ki'Lai one last time. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Adopt the pace of nature. Then he goes to sleep.
Ki'Lai goes and lays down, but she doesn't fall asleep right away. Like once Sly and Valish start their watch, she kind of looks out a little bit at like the sky, even if she can't see the stars. She's very silently, but in her mind it's timid.
She's
I don't know if you're
praying!
there. I don't know if you're there. Or if you even care about the likes of me anymore. Help me. Please.
Oh, you're yearning so loudly.
She kicks him.
Oh.
Don't be a smartass.
Give me with your freaking claw toes. That's just sorry, no, that's just a nod to
Grimsby.
to the
Yeah.
Grimsby stage. Don't know if Jared's still in the chat or not, but
I don't think so, but I appreciated it. So that's all that matters.
You sleep with your socks and your boots on, gods. Nah, I'm just kidding. I do hope you do that because it's fucking freezing.
Freezing.
Oh yeah,
He just like reaches down and just like pulls up a sheet of moss over him. It's like manifests, just like swing.
Yep.
He's fucking comfy.
It's cozy as shit.
It smells like wet dirt. It's great. We
So-
all return to the green.
Ki'Lai, as you're lying there, kind of staring up at the cloudy sky, at one point, as the clouds are moving overhead, there's a gap in them. And for a brief moment, you can see the stars.
Stars!
I think Ki'Lai's the only one that's seen them so far.
I know. Maybe you need to get your eyes checked.
Really, it's diabetes. Sorry.
It's the diabetes. Your sugar's low. Have a Snickers. You need a little mini Snickers.
Just like one of the little party-sized ones.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
it's just like a little square, a truffle.
Yeah, a little
Snickers truffle. Sponsor us.
Fucking lit.
Um,
I don't know.
so you see that little gap. It's just like the smallest circle, but it's a perfect circle.
Mhm.
Sly's just like, what are you looking at?
It's definitely not natural.
Yeah.
The jaggedness of the clouds, it wouldn't be possible for this perfect circle to suddenly appear as the clouds are moving just in the right spot, just where you're looking in the sky, and you see the stars for just a moment. And you see the gate. There's no tentacles this time. It's just the gate, kind of
Felt
gleaming.
Baelish go like,
No tentacles. Bad Baelish. Whack.
oh, yes, please, may I have another?
Yes.
Oh shit. Squirt bottle.
Yep.
So you see the gate, and it's shining like your halo used to. This beautiful, silvery, sparkling color. Just for a moment. And it like gleams across. Like, you know, in the animes with coins, it just
Yeah,
does
yep.
that shine. And then it's
Yep.
gone. And the clouds kind of close back around it.
Oh no, that talk with Athelstan is Athelstan basically like your priest, and like confession is regenerating your immortal soul.
I don't fucking know. I made half that shit up.
Confessional. Confess thou, sinner.
We'll find out, I guess.
That's where we're gonna end it. Because I liked
was-
how it ended.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Sorry
nice.
for like
So
taking up like the
sweet.
last. Sorry for taking up
Thank
like
you,
the last
Afi.
half hour. Thanks for playing with us,
Yeah.
man. Rob, we've missed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid blood oath.
Yeah.
More blood for the blood god! Yeah.
For the bat god.
I mean that warlock pact, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God of baseball.
Yeah.
It's important.
made one of his hands bigger than the other.
Yeah.
Like some sort of freak.
Breathing. So thanks everybody for joining us. It was a little rocky. Sorry we started late and we're only going a little bit, but you know, shit happens.
And the
Mist
emotional
Walkers
damage.
will not be back next week or even the week following because motherfuckers got real lives and got shit to do. However, we will be here because we got one shots. Yeah. Next week we have DM Ben coming in to give us some fuckery. And then
It's
the week
gonna
after
be
that,
absolute chaos.
it will be chaos. We were told Monty Python-esque, so
Wait, Ben as
that-
in Lurchagon?
Is in
Yeah.
Lurchagon.
Yep. He's gonna DM next week for us.
Oh no!
Why do you think I asked you?
I didn't know. I obviously didn't take in that information.
clearly.
It's all good.
So DM Ben, aka Lurchagon, will be DMing for us next week. Again, Monty Python-esque. Not sure what the situation is. I haven't even had a chance to like look at the thing yet. Fucking hell! Shut up, Artemis.
Just not.
It's fine. I don't need to hear you at this point, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're done. You
Smile and
put all this
wave.
together. So thanks to Artemis for putting the next 2 weeks together
I didn't
because
do shit.
you did everything. Fuck off.
You literally ran around asking people. Shut the fuck up.
You literally organized the next 2 weeks. So thank you for that.
What is it like? Quote 48. Love you. Shut the fuck up.
Just say you're welcome and shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
There you go. Thank
And
you.
shut the fuck up.
And shut the fuck up. So 18th again, DM Lurchagon will be DMing us through a Monty Python, whatever the fuck he's planning. The 25th, we are going to have the return of DM Corvée. That's Emily, or Corvée_miniatures on Instagram. And she'll be running us through a level 13 one-shot. Shouldn't be as chaotic as last time. I don't think everybody's a DM in that party this time. But we'll see.
No, it's not all DMs that time.
Okay.
At least one of them is not a DM for sure.
Yeah.
So.
And then we'll be back the beginning of August with Mistwalkers. So all the party should be back at that time, except for Breeze, because again, Blood Oath. But
Rob can probably
Don't
be
forget
here the
about
1st
tomorrow.
and the 8th.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Then why can't Breeze be here?
Because then I definitely am not here the 15th, 22nd, or 29th.
So it makes no sense. So we just won't kill Valish or Gabriella until then.
You want to go sleepy?
That's fine. This Friday
Forget
we
about
have...
tomorrow.
I'm getting there, motherfucker.
Okay, sorry.
This Friday we have our regular scheduled Fixius 5 with all of our ladies and NBs. That's at around
God, I hope
8
we get to
o'clock.
play this week.
Yeah, I hope so too. Last week, unfortunately, with the Rogers outage, it just didn't happen. But hopefully this weekend.
The week
we will
before
be
that, we
back.
were off too.
Yeah, I know. Tomorrow, come back because we have DM Ryan from Canadian Dice running us through a Deadlands one shot.
I love
And
Deadlands.
it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
Uh,
It gives me a chance to bring back my
Playing a
Tuesday.
one-eyed bounty hunter, I'm excited.
yeah.
At some point, we need to play Deadlands because I just want to bring back my favorite character that I ever rolled because it's the first character I ever rolled. His name's Roland, and he's a Teamster.
Love it.
Get it?
Yeah,
Get it?
got
Get
it.
it?
Yeah, I appreciate
Roland,
it.
Roland.
Thank you
Well,
for that.
knowing Ryan, he'll want to run more than one, so
Yep. Yep.
Woot.
So that's
we'll make
the
it
plan.
happen.
So yeah, that's tomorrow. That's it for this week other than Fixius on Friday. And then hopefully again, due to the Rogers outage, we had to skip our high level campaign over on DM Jeremy's channel on Sunday because the internet was still fucked on Sunday. It's still kind of fucked today. So I'm glad we got through this without it being a
Hate
huge
when
issue.
things get all fucky.
Yeah, it sucked. What about you, Cedar? What you got going?
Oh gods. Well, tomorrow we're doing
Terror
it's
Tuesday?
yeah, we're doing Terror Tuesday. It's going to be my redemption arc of Don't Starve because last week I burned down the swamp by accident because of those fucking turkeys. If there's a word that is like redemption but starts with a T, that's what kind of Tuesday it's going to be. Wind Down Wednesday, we be playing that Stardew Valley, and it's gonna be a litty titty. And I'm thinking we're gonna actually have Thirsty Thursday. I'm looking at August back. I think we're gonna have a Thirsty Thursday. This coming 14th of July, where we're gonna play some Dream Daddy. Yeah.
Nice. I'm here for it.
Maybe we'll play something on Sunday. I feel like I could play something on Sunday. Maybe I'll actually get Skyrim like I've been talking about.
It's a good one. You should.
We're gonna lose you for a month and a half if you do that.
That's
I mean, like literally the last time I played, I never did the main. I never finished the main quest. I pretty much avoided the main quest, and I grinded.
That's just Skyrim.
I literally just like I was in River Run or whatever the fuck, and I was just like working at the log mill and selling wood.
Again, that's just Skyrim.
Yeah, it
Then-
really is.
Then the mercenaries came after me because I accidentally picked up some dude's wheel of cheese, but I put it back. I literally picked it up and put it back down like immediately because it was an accident. And then
My favorite is when you accidentally kill a chicken.
Yeah.
Sent mercs after me when I was working, and there were 4 of them and 1 of me, and I just thought it was overkill. It took me like 1,000 tries to just get them snipe out with my arrow and bow. Trying to make a coin, man.
I just picked
Bitches.
up some cheese, man. It was just some cheese.
I just touched it. It was barely like it wasn't even. It barely left the table. It was just like boop boop.
Yeah. That's
Literally, I remember
unfortunate.
going, "Oh fuck."
All right. Well, stick around for the raid, everybody. As well, we still have our fundraiser for the Trevor project going on. So if you got a couple bucks you can throw our way, that'd be great. You will be entered into our grand prize giveaway, part 2. It's going to have some Vactair merch. It's got some Hammer the Gods podcast merch. I got some stickers. Lots of stickers from my buddies over at Old Men Rolling Dice. And dice, obviously, because, you know.
Who made those stickers?
I forget. I would have to look it up. I think it's Sticker Me.
No, who designed them?
Oh, I designed the Prepper Die logo, and Artemis designed the chibi figures that are on them, and they're very cute.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
If y'all haven't seen the little chibi Athelstan, he's so grumpy. I love him.
Yeah, go to the merch store.
Yeah, go to the merch store because you can get the entire cast of
pack.
Mistwalkers and the entire cast of Fixius 5 in chibi form.
You'll be able to see him because he's the only one who's purple, and his face is like.
Yeah.
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 I had to.
Yeah. He's a grumpy boy.
Probably grumpy because.
And go check out all the other great merch that's on there that Afi designed. So.
Also, I'm gonna need a picture of Sly just perched on Athelstan's shoulder.
Chibi
Let's
stuff.
do a little art exchange, yes, please.
All right. I can't draw, but stick figures it is. Stick around for the raid. The platinum pieces that you get from that raid, you can use to help or hinder the party tonight and on Fridays. And yeah. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you. Rob, I was glad to see you for one night, and then we'll see you again at the beginning of August.
I'm sorry you didn't get to make more dirty jokes.
Eh.
Make a dirty joke right now. Peace.
I can't just do that on command.
Most
yes,
men
and
can't.
Rob. Yes, and yes, and.
No, that was the dirty joke.
Ah,
I got it.
It went over my head, but then it came back and hobnobbed me in the face.
There you go.
Mushroom slapped right in the face. And with that, have a good night, everybody.
Ah.